Hello students, today in your metrology class I shall start with a new chapter, vibration measurement. So vibration is a very common phenomena in any body which is under motion, okay, and so it's really important to know the parameters which actually lead to control the effect of vibration, and it is important to measure the vibrational effects so that we can reduce its disadvantages and adverse effect. Like when there is an earthquake, so there is also a vibration. When any machinery moves, when any machinery rotates, in any kind of machinery, there is always a vibration, and due to the effect of this vibration, the machine efficiency, machine performance gradually reduces. Vibrations are basically measured, or it can be represented. There are few common terms related to vibration, like vibration frequency, time period, amplitude. So you may know that vibration frequency means in 1 second how many cycles the system completes. It's called the frequency. And time period means 1 cycle, what is the time taken to complete 1 cycle is called the time period. So vibration frequency, like that is represented by omega. Omega is equal to root over S by M. What is S? S is the stiffness, M is the mass of the body that is suspended, okay. It can also be represented as omega equal to root over G by delta, okay. And we know that T, time period, T equal to 2 pi by omega. As soon as you get the value of omega, you will measure the value of vibrational time period. Like amplitude also, you can also measure in your simple harmonic motion. In your physics, basic physics, you have already gone through the simple harmonic motions. So the vibrations are very easy to understand, but before studying the physics, basically whatever this module we have in your metrology class, that is the measurement devices only, okay. So vibration is the instrument. So the instruments or equipments which are used to measure the displacement, velocity, frequency, phase distortion and acceleration of a vibrating body are called the vibration measurement instruments. The displacement, velocity and acceleration is identified by the relative motion of the suspended mass of the instrument with respect to its case, which is placed on the vibrating body. The vibration measuring devices having mass, spring, dashot, etc. are called the seismic instruments. The quantity which is measured by the instrument are displayed on the screen in the form of electrical signal, which can be readily amplified and recorded. So in your previous measurement devices like torque measurement, strain gauge, we have already understood that any kind of physical signal that is converted into an electrical signal, that is called the transducer, okay. So any measurement device is nothing but a transducer. So vibration measurement devices is also a transducer. In order to find out the value of the vibration parameter, it will be finally converted in an electrical signal, and that signal will be amplified and recorded. And if record, it can also be the value of this physical signal will be displayed, okay. The output of the electric signal of the instrument is proportional to the quantity which is measured. The input is reproduced as output very precisely, okay. Output is very precise, okay. So we know that in the strain gauge system, when we will have gone through that chapter, we know that strain gauge factor, that is equal to del R by R equal divided by del L by L. If the gauge factor is constant, then we can say del R by R, that is proportional to del L by L. That means electrical signal in form of resistance is directly proportional to the strain value. Here also we see any kind of physical parameter that you are actually measuring, the value of that parameter must be directly proportional to the electrical signal output. So types of vibration measurement devices, one is vibrometer and one is accelerometer. So vibrometer basically measures the displacement, okay, of the vibration system of the vibrating body, and accelerometer is measuring the acceleration of the vibrating body. So vibrometer basically uses low frequency data, okay. So this is also called a low frequency transducer, whereas accelerometer uses the high frequency module. So that is why it's called the high frequency transducer, okay. One by one we'll go through. So vibrometer or a seismometer is also called a seismometer, is used for measuring the displacement of a vibrating body. Basically, it is designed under the condition of low natural frequency. Due to this reason, it is also called as a low frequency transducer. Remember, for objective question, okay. So vibrometer basically it is used to measure the displacement of the vibrating body, and it is also called a low frequency transducer. This is used to measure the high frequency of the vibrating body. Although it is a low frequency transducer, but it can also measure the high frequency. Its natural frequency has ranged between 1 Hz to 5 Hz and useful for natural frequency of 10 Hz to 2000 Hz. The sensitivity of this instrument is in the range of 20 to 350 millivolt per centimeter per second. The maximum displacement is ranged between the 0.5 peaks to 1 peak. That means half of the peak to peak value. Okay, its maximum displacement that it can measure. So this is the parameter. This is the numerical data. You should remember what are the applications. The instrument is used to record the building vibrations. Also used for measuring the vibration of the huge structure like railway bridge. What is its disadvantage? It is large in size because of its relative motion of the seismic mass must be of the same arrangement of the magnitude as that of the vibration to be measured. The main thing is that its size is bigger as compared to other vibration measurement instruments. Now accelerometer. So accelerometer is an instrument used for measuring the acceleration of the vibrating body. The accelerometer is designed with the high natural frequency, and it is also called the high frequency transducer. So this is the constructional feature of the accelerometer. Look at its diagram. So here we see this is the applied acceleration, here is the mass, this is the signal, electrical signal, this is the leads, okay, that means the wires, the piezoelectric material which is electrically sensitive. This is the housing or casing or box, you see. So this is the basic accelerometer structure. What are the types of accelerometer? So electromagnetic type of accelerometer, which use the damper to extend the useful natural frequency range. It is also used for the prevention of phase distortion, okay. Piezoelectric crystal accelerometer having zero damping is operating without distortion. It is used for measuring the high frequency. Seismic mass accelerometer used for low frequency vibration. The supporting springs are 4 electric strain gauges which is connected with a bridge circuit. Go through that, okay. So these are all the different types of accelerometer, and what are its advantages? Its basically inexpensive, basically very cheap, and it's rugged. Its impedance level is high, sensitivity high, frequency response is also high. What are the disadvantages? Now it is the sensitive to temperature. It has hysteresis error, it has very less longevity, and its efficiency gradually drops as time progresses. Day by day its efficiency gradually decreases. Okay, so this is up to today's module. So vibration measurement, study this module, and if you have any question, ask me in the WhatsApp or in my phone number. Okay, thank you.